with Chris Mannix.
Oh, somebody punch him in the face.
Well, on Saturday, boxing will take center stage when Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis meet at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. That's a fight you could watch exclusively on pay-per-view. This will be the biggest fight in the careers of both fighters, and for Garcia, a chance to quiet some of the critics that see him as maybe a little more style than substance. And Ryan Garcia is back with me on the show. Ryan, before we get into the fight, you appeared at the Grand Arrivals on Tuesday with what looked like a fan of yours. Who was he?
He was a kid named AJ, and he was a big fan of mine. He's battling leukemia, and he contacted my team. I think it was his one of his wishes to meet me, and of course, without a doubt, I had to show AJ love and bring him on with me because a lot of a couple of my family members have died from leukemia, so it really hit home, and I just gave him good energy, and showed him the most support I could show him.
So are you really going to bet your purse on this fight?
I told him what I said, and I agreed. And I told him, if you really want to do this, I told my team, let's do it. I'm a man that truly believes that I'm going to defeat Gervonta Davis, and whether you betted, anything you wanted on it, I believe I'm going to defeat him. So it was no question for me. Let's do it. Now it's just about, if his team wants to write something up. But honestly, I'm going to say this right here. When I knock him out and I beat him, I wouldn't accept that money. Honestly, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that to him. He got enough things to handle after this fight, and him not receiving the check makes it all so much worse. So in my heart, I can't do it. But if he really wants to do that, they pressed the issue. They got on that live and, talked all the shit, clowned on me all they wanted. And I stood my ground like a man. I said, let's do it. If you guys want this work, hearing all that noise, I don't care. If you want to bet the purse, let's bet the purse. I could care less about what this guy screaming on the left is doing. I don't even know who you are. Kept screaming, jumping up, like the biggest hype man I ever seen. I told him I need to get one of those. I need a hype man. I don't know where you bought one of those, but I need one. Gervonta, you always got the plug. Go find me one. But yeah, I wouldn't do that to Gervonta, seriously.
The biggest question for me is the weight. How has the weight cut been for this fight?
Man, honestly, I thought it was going to be way worse. It's nothing to me. Like, I'm enjoying life every day. I feel so happy, so energized. And, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Seriously. Man, I don't know what it is. It's just every time I get in these moments, things become so effortless. Like, once I get to fight week, it becomes effortless. Like, the whole training camp could be tough, and then it just becomes easy. So I'm already on weight with no worries in my mind that I'm going to make it. And literally, he tried it, but it didn't do anything to me. Didn't do anything to me at all.
Yeah, it had to have been in the back of your mind when you started this camp. 136 pounds. I haven't made that in a long time. Are you more confident right now knowing you have made the weight in a healthy way?
Honestly, it doesn't make me more confident, but I'm definitely excited that his plans did not do anything to me. Like the plans of attack did not prosper in any way. So that makes me happy. Was my confidence ever doubted? No way. Have you ever seen me even blink when I talk about Gervonta Davis? Absolutely not. So, no, it didn't do anything to me, confidence-wise, but I am happy that it's working out in my favor.
And the rehydration clause is 10 pounds on Saturday morning, correct?
Yeah, here's the thing with that, too. Gervonta obviously, again, put on this random rehydration clause. Like, who does that? When I'm out here trying to make this big fight, we're about to do something special, and you try to ruin it with a rehydration clause. Personally, I could have just said no, kissed my ass, and left. But again, he doesn't know me. He doesn't know how I rehydrate anyways. I try not to gain more than 10 pounds. So again, his plans just did not prosper, and it's not going to affect me at all. If anything, this makes me more disciplined, and that's even scarier. So uh, it's not going to work at all. I just know he's a coward for sure. For sure, when things get tough, he's definitely looking for uh, the weirdest, corniest edges you could get. Floyd taught him that though. He's not that smart.
You last fought in July. You elected not to fight this past January. How sharp do you feel coming into this fight?
Honestly, if you know how to fight, you know how to fight. That's it. I'm just one of those guys that naturally I've always known what to do in a ring, and just some people have it. I feel like you're just a natural gifted fighter, and that's what I am. I'm just a naturally gifted fighter that understands his range really quick. I understand what's going on, and I understand what I have to do. All I got to do is get my punches sharp, give me my left hook, and I'm ready to go. That's it. Give me my slingshot. I don't care about anything else. I could go the whole training camp without sparring. I went a whole training camp without using my right hand before when I was fighting Fonseca. I didn't even use my right hand one time in that training camp. I threw it maybe twice in the fight against Fonseca, then knocked him out with my left hook. That's what I'm saying. I just know how to fight. Some people have that, and I'm blessed with it. And I'm gonna come in the ring with Gervonta with it, and he's gonna, as long as he didn't take this from the contract, I'm okay. Take everything out, strip everything from me. Don't take away my left hook, and we're good to go.
So Gervonta can punch. Are you coming into this fight expecting to have to dig deep at some point?
I'm believing that I know if it did happen, I know how I respond. I know that in my heart because I proved it already. The old timers say you don't know a guy's a champion until he hits the deck. You'll never know who that person is till they hit the deck. Everybody got to go through that. Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, everybody who's hit the deck had to get back up. I mean, Floyd didn't hit the deck, but worse than hitting the deck. He was out on his feet, with the guy coming right at him. So, let's not forget that. They talk about Floyd's defense, man. This dude's been wobbled by DeMarcus Corley to the point where he looked like he was not going to survive it. So that's what determines. Gervonta hasn't went through that, and I'm curious to see how he reacts. I'm betting my money that he's not going to react like me. I'll bet my whole purse that if he gets dropped, he won't go right to me like I went right to Luke Campbell. I could guarantee that for sure. Actually, I'm more confident about that than anything. He'll be holding me and he'll be asking what is going on.
Tank is a historically slow starter. Is that something you think you can take advantage of?
Like I said, when I get in the ring, people talk about, strategy and all that. Man, I get in the ring, I assess what's in front of me, and I take what's in front of me. So if he's running around, trying to read me, that's fine. Do all your reading you can do. But I'm going to be controlling what I can control, stalking you down, understanding what you're trying to set up. I have experience. I've had guys run around the ring so much trying to get away from me, trying to set me up. Do you think that's the first time people have tried that on me? They try to do that. You understand? But that's not what I plan he's gonna do for a long time, because he's gonna feel the moment. He's gonna feel the urgency to, like, I have to make a statement here, and from there I will take advantage of him.
Yeah, you are an incredibly dangerous guy, I think, to start slow against, because if an opponent gets down on the scorecards against you, he has to start taking some chances, and you are a dangerous guy to take chances against.
100%. He doesn't understand how calm I am under fire and how I can just land shots as you're coming in. I mean, that's my bread and butter. But a lot of guys lately, if you notice, when I came back, none of the guys came at me at all. Takeout didn't come at me. Fortuna didn't even dare want to throw a punch. But I was already in the game for a little bit, and I kind of already figured what I got to do now. You know what I mean? I felt a little bit more comfortable. Again, I'm even better now when I fought Fortuna, but you could see that these guys, there's a reason they don't want to throw a punch. There's a reason they can't see the punches that, for some reason, everybody says I could get hit by. I want to tell people something about defense, too. I want you to write this down. What is defense? Defense is that you don't get hit. Have you ever seen Ryan Garcia bruised, cut, or swollen up in a fight? Ever? Never. Thank you. So what I'm trying to say is, it's not that I don't have defense, is I don't have flashy defense. I don't have defense. These guys are busted up after the fight, but they only remember one defensive flashy move. That doesn't mean you have defense. What defense means is you don't get hit. I don't care how it looks. You just don't get hit. So why am I not getting hit? If I didn't have defense, you would consider me like a guy like Brandon Figueroa, for example. I'm just throwing that name out there. He don't have defense because he gets hit a lot. If I'm speaking from honest heart, Gervonta Davis doesn't even have as good defense as me, and I don't care what anybody says. I would have not even got touched by Gamboa. I would not even been touched by Leo Santa Cruz. Rollies wouldn't even have touched me. None of these guys, Cruz for sure wouldn't have landed a punch on me because I understand something he doesn't. And I have range and I have distance and if I fight tall, guess what? It's because that's how my body's designed. I just follow what I have to do. You want me to do this? Is this defense to you? That's not defense. Because if you're getting cracked by it, is that defense? If I'm slipping my head and I run into one, is that defense now? No, it's not. Defense is that you don't get hit. That's the biggest thing that people are going to be shocked by this fight. They're going to think that I'm going to get hit, and when I'm not getting hit, and that's the same thing that's going to happen to Gervonta. When he starts realizing he can't just hit me anytime he pleases, that's when reality is going to hit him, and he's getting smacked with jabs all day long, and he's going to be out cold, and it's going to be so sad for everybody in that arena that just denied the truth. They're going to be shocked. I promise you, Chris. They're going to be so shocked. You're going to hear a rat piss that night. You're going to be able to hit a rat piss. There's going to be silence, and all I'm going to do, I don't even know how I'm going to be. To be honest, I don't know if I'm going to scream or I don't know if I'm going to shut my mouth. I actually want to hear the silence around the arena. I want to hear nobody speak a word. I cannot wait. Oh my gosh. The moment it happens, I just want to see that little nice smile of yours, that little cute smile. I just want you to see you right there, that little nice smile, and you're just happier than happy. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to back this man up. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I've said to people over the last few months, and I brought it up earlier in the show, I've been in every fighter meeting with your opponents over the last few years. I have always gotten the sense that they didn't believe the speed or the power or the skill was on the level people said it was. I just don't think guys believe what you got until they get in with you and see what you've got.
That's exactly what it is. I've had that with sparring partners, man. Same thing. They say you know what? I think that you're they beforehand they think it's something else. Even when they've watched me hurt somebody right before them, they're screaming to get in the ring because it doesn't look what it seems like, because some things are unseen, man. That's all I got to say. Some things are unseen, and you will not know till you're in there. Like, for example, my sparring partner, he was like, this kid named Danny, great fighter, fast. He was like, you know what? The main thing I didn't realize, you can't really hit you. You think you could hit but then you're getting hit with punches that you wouldn't think you'll get hit with. It's just you see shots, but you won't be able to hit me. I promise you that. I actually want to give you the confidence to say, oh my gosh, I'm gonna hit him here, and then it's not there. So that's how I see myself, and I think a lot of people dismiss that. But again, that's just because they don't want to believe that I'm that guy. They don't want me to be the leader in the sport. They don't want me to be the face of the sport because I represent something that doesn't make any sense. Why is this guy a fighter? Why is this guy out here, preaching something that don't make no sense? I'm not preaching to be the tough guy. I'm preaching to be tough when you need to be tough. I'm not teaching that you got to be, oh, I'm from the streets, I'm tough, I'm not soft. No. But guess what? When the moment approaches, then you see what kind of leader I am. You'll see me at the battlegrounds right then and there, searching for the biggest guy, the dangerous guy right there, and say, I'll take him on. Let's go. You guys are afraid of this guy? You guys are really fearful of this man? Just bring him on. Bring him on, and I'm ready. That's just who I am. I don't look like it, but that's in my nature. I want the biggest, baddest guy in the room the one that's knocking everybody out, and the one that's going to create the most buzz. Because if I fought Devin Haney, guess what people will say? But you ain't fight Tank. If I fight Shakur and I beat him, but you haven't beat Tank. So I'm going after the monster. Now, when I beat him, now I'm in the driver's seat. You can't say nothing because nobody rates those guys higher than Tank deep down in their hearts. So when I beat Tank, seriously, I want to go after Devin Haney. Seriously. That was my plan. Remember I said that in the ring when I knocked out Fonseca Code? I gave everybody my blueprint, and they didn't believe I was going to stick to it. I said I wanted to fight Jorge Linares. COVID came in the way. That fell through. But then I went after Luke Campbell. I really wanted to fight him. And then obviously you know what they did. That's the devil. They tried to throw in Manny Pacquiao. See this crazy stuff that happens to me, Chris? They threw in a random Manny Pacquiao fight. Of course that's going to throw off a 21-year-old dude that's thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get to fight Manny Pacquiao. What? This is unbelievable. Forget you, Gervonta. I'm going after Manny Pacquiao. See what they do? But guess what? I had to go through the fire. I had to go through all that. I had to survive the mental warfare. I had to get beat down mentally. Then I had to rebuild myself, come back to this moment, and now I'm right where I left off. Or I feel like I'm right where I left off with Luke Campbell. I feel the buzz. The only thing that's changed is my tattoos. Everything else is the same, baby. You got the same Ryan Garcia in front of you that you seen when I fought Luke Campbell. And now I'm taking on Tank like I proclaimed in the ring against Fonseca. You remember that. I told you what I was going to do. I even told you it was going to be a body shot with Luke Campbell a year and a half before it happened. I literally said it. There's documented. So this is the path I've taken. I didn't let nobody shake me from it. This is just where it's going to be. And guess what? Gervonta Davis, I want you to have a long talk with yourself after this fight. I want a long talk with yourself. I want you to come back stronger because I really do believe Gervonta is a good man deep down in his heart. I do. I see a good guy. A good guy that just ain't learned shit yet. But after this fight, sometimes you gotta get knocked out to learn something. He doesn't believe in mental health. This is gonna be the start of something new for him. Some people gotta taste defeat in order to be humbled, and this is the moment that's gonna happen for him. He's gonna be humbled, but he's gonna come back a better man. I know it for sure.
Well, Ryan, I didn't think it was possible to get more amped for this fight, but now I am. It's going to be can't miss, and I think an incredibly competitive fight between two elite guys. Catch Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis on Saturday on pay-per-view. Ryan, as always, I appreciate your time.
Hey, man, I need you at the after party. Forget this. Forget the sign out. The sign out should be this. Chris Mannix coming to my after party. We're going to celebrate at the mansions at the MGM. Have a damn good time. And we're going to have a little bit of wine. We're going to talk about everything. Oh my God, it's so fun. We're probably going to be crying. Love you.